Hey y'all, real quick, I was on live with Creatively Re, one of our community members. She invited me into her live and we were able to share in a word about complacency, about being comfortable, and about continuously shocking your brain or creating new pathways within your brain, because if we do those smart tasks that they tell us to do, like puzzles and those different things, when we're teaching ourselves to do that particular smart activity, that is when our brain is creating new pathways. But once we teach our brain how to do a crossword, like those people who are just like, hey, what's the 7-letter word for such and such? And they're like, blah, blah, blah. Just because you do crosswords, it no longer challenges your brain. You just know a smart activity. So your brain is now experiencing atrophy because you're not shocking your brain into the next thing. This is a message for the Jack or the Jones, the Jills of all trades. So people who bounce from activity to activity. Someone, Green Beauty, that is our name for her. Green Beauty on the live was saying, her problem is she jumps from task to task to task. And I told her, I was like, that's not a problem. What that is your brain being an explorer, your brain wanting to learn. And the best correlation that I could make that we have a visual for would be the Karate Kid. Wax on, wax off. What the hell does this have to do with karate? And then when Mr. Miyagi pulled up and he went, and Daniel-san was like, I'm like, oh shit, oh shit. I learned these skills. So while we're trying different things, Spirit knows that we can't learn everything from one thing. The world has tricked you into thinking you need to do one thing extremely well and stay. But also, that same world has created a space to where we cannot survive off of one thing. They totally flipped everything up, and now you gotta be everything and have multiple streams of income. Well, what happened to the world where you just had to have one solid income? They switched the playing field on us because it got too even. So now you have to be a Jack or John of all trades in order to just simply survive. And so those of us who naturally jump from task to task to task, what you're really doing is you're soaking up game every task that you go to. Why am I doing this? Not because I need to learn how to paint a fucking fence, because I need to learn whatever skills are associated this. Why am I waxing the car? I have no idea why I'm waxing this car, but guess what? When I go off in my life and I'm like, oh, that's why I learned that. So stop beating yourself up for being interested in multiple things. That is why our souls came to this lifetime, to experience things, but we didn't come to have the experience only. We came to learn from the experience. That's why experience is the best teacher. So stop telling yourself that there is a problem. The only limitation or growth opportunity there is that you are focused on the experience. The experience. What is the experience teaching you? And when you tap into what you're learning from a particular experience, now you understand that you're not bouncing from task to task. And Ree just asked me, why is it flame out so fast? We go in, we buy all the tools and the things, and we're ready to go and we're excited. And as soon as we do it, whether we do it well or we do it sucky, we quit. That is because of Spirit just popped into the fact of we do it once and quit. That's a different energy, and I'm not going to go into that energy. The energy I'm talking of is we do something and we learn it. We're learning the skill, and we're like, okay, this is my thing. First of all, stop looking for your thing. Your thing is living, not life. Living, that is your thing. So however that expresses, that is your thing. Okay, so stop looking for a thing to do within your life and live this life. Living is the life, not the thing. Anyway, that's a whole nother tangent. You got to keep up with my lives, with everything I do. If I'm spitting information, I'm always picking up the last point that I left, because I'm always leaving things undone. But it's constantly developing. Everything is a theory. That's why I jump from here to here to here to here, because I'm constantly developing theories. And so you just got to keep up with me to know what the hell I was just talking about with living in life. Anyway, life and living. Anyway, it flames out so quickly because, and this is something I experienced with our community member Coco. Me and Coco intensely came together. And we learned intensely from each other. And then as soon as we were done learning from each other, both of us lost interest. And not interest in the friendship, because we're both good people, but that intense connection, it it came away for both of us. So when both of us stepped away from the relationship at the intensity that it was before, we both experienced it at the same time. It wasn't one of us feeling like this connection isn't what it used to be and the other one trying to keep it, because we both came into the relationship and I said, I'm at the space in my relationships where I understand some people are teachers, some people are friends, some people are family. I understand that. So I'm not sure what this is, but I have identified when it comes in intense, it's something to teach you. I bring Coco up to answer Ree's question, why does it flame out so quickly? People, things, places, everything. When it's an intense, like, ooh, I gotta experience this, potentially it's a lesson, a teacher. It's not for a lifetime. So if you see something, you're like, ooh, and something just is drawing you to it, that's because divinity is leading you to it. It's not for you to stay in that space. It's because there's something to teach you from that space. And you have to be in that space so badly that you gotta want it. You can't talk yourself out of it, because spirit knows we're gonna talk ourselves out of everything. So we gotta wanna be in that space. And then when we get in that space, because we are aware that yes, we're here, but why are we here? And because we're aware of the why, we'll do the what, but we're not fixating on always being stuck in the what, because we are deriving the why. And when we pull out the why, that's why it's so intense. And we had to be there. And that's why I feel the thirst, the vigor, there's a word I'm looking for, but I can't think of, the want to be in a space is so intense. And then after you get what you need from it, it goes away. So that's my answer. Hey, yo, I like when y'all ask me questions. So go and get these questions answered.